Welcome back to my channel. This time for a review of a Hasselblad lens, the Hasselblad HC 100mm f2.2 lens. This lens I have shot both with the 0.8 adapter, which converts the 100mm to around 80mm, and also with the straight adapter, so you'll see images from both of these adapters. With the 0.8 adapter and the 80mm, it also becomes a 1.7 to 1.8 f-stop lens, so that's a very nice lens to use for portraits and other stuff. I haven't shot many portraits, but I've shot a lot of other nice images in nature, so you'll see a lot of those. So let's get on with the video. So now let's look at the sharpness of this lens. If we look at this image with taken at the f2.2 at the left and on the right, in the image taken at the f8, and go to the center, you can see that f8 is definitely sharper, but f2.2 looks pretty decent. So good sharpness here in the center at these two apertures. Of course f8 is better, but if we look in the corners, there's definitely a difference here. f2.2 is okay, but f8 is very sharp and very nice. So good sharpness here. You can see this, the sign on my cap is not very visible in 2.2, so definitely much less sharpness here at f2.2 in the corners. If we compare f2.2 to f22 and look in the center, let's move a little bit right. Yeah, here you can see that f22 is already hit by diffraction. So the center sharpness on this lens at f22 is lacking here. It's not as sharp as f2.2 and definitely not as sharp as f8 then. And if we look in the corners, the difference might not be so big here, but still f2.2 is sharper than f22, and f22 is much behind what we saw previously with f8. So much less sharpness here. But let us then look at the lowest aperture, f32, and compare it to f2.2. And if we here move to the center again, you see that f32 is completely unusable. There's really lots of diffraction going on here. It's definitely not sharp. And the corners, the same story. f2.2 is much sharper than f32. So f32 is quite unusable on this camera. f8 is very sharp, and f11 is too. 16 begins to lag a bit, but it's still good. From f22 it's unusable. But I do like that from f2.2 already the center sharpness is very nice, so good characteristics. So to sum it up on this lens, it's sharp, though not very sharp wide open as we've seen in the center and also in the corners. But it has no vignetting even wide open, and that's very good, and it has very nice contrast, a nice color rendition, and if you compare it to buying a Hasselblad 65mm 2.8, it's very cheap compared to that, even including the 0.8 adapter. But there are also some downsides. On the adapter I have no autofocus with the old firmware version that my lens has. With a very new one you can have autofocus. And Aperture on the X2D, that doesn't work either with old firmware versions. And we've seen it has some chromatic aberration, even stopped down a bit, and then it's a heavy and a large lens. So I hope you liked the review of the HC 100mm f2.2 lens shot on my Hasselblad X2D camera. At least I love to shoot with it. It has its flaws, yes, but I find that it's an awesome lens to use for many purposes. And I acquired it quite recently, but I'll definitely keep it also to shoot on my H3D camera. So the old style, a very large sensored camera. So thank you very much for this time, and bye for now.